Just cleansing the space. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to my world. Let's take a deep breath. Okay, let's jump right in, okay? Are you ready for this today? So, I announced it on my story. This is it. I booked my tickets. I'm making this big life move. Even though I'm telling my brain that I'm just going for holidays, my soul knows that there is something brewing here. And as I was in the shower, I realized so I took my tickets a few days ago. I haven't announced it, but I was like a lot in the fear of this new journey, this new story that I'm writing. So I'm in the shower today and there is no more fear. There is a level of excitement that is so high, and I'm like, I'm back at it. I'm back at doing what I love to do, which means changing and evolving so much that then I decided to explore another part of the world to get the activation from the land, from the people, from the environment. And as I was thinking about that, what came through is I have everything I once desired. And I'm like this dream life that I cultivated for so long, that I wrote down in my journals, that I kept thinking about and talking about. This is it. I have it. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't mean shit to just be happy and fulfilled by myself. What is really important for me is to help and guide other people to do the same. And that's why today in my story as well, I posted about, I stand, like, we are doing this revolution of, it's a deep reclamation of our bodies, of our voice, our expression, our sexuality, and our wealth, our relationship, and our abundance. It's a reclamation of a power. But what does it mean to be in our power? It means using this voice. It means being confident in our bodies. It means being expressed and liberated. Liberation is a big deal for me. Freedom is a big deal for me. So that's why my heart is in pain right now with everything going on, especially right here, right now in France. But that's not the topic as today. So I was in the shower and I was like, oh my God, what did I actually did in order to make it happen? Because I want everyone to have that. It doesn't mean shit if I'm alone in this revolution. I'm part of a bigger movement, a movement that a lot of women are part of. A lot of women have decided to step up, to reclaim their power, to reclaim the unique expression of their soul, to step into their mission and the purpose, and to be aligned and to be confident and to accept themselves and love themselves, to be good in their own skin and bodies, and to be orgasmic and to be, oh my God, and reclaiming their pleasure as well. Like, it's time. It's fucking time. We are building this new paradigm now. There is no better time than awakening. Hello, my love. How are you? There is no better time right now than awakening this strength and this power from within than right now. We need it more than ever. We need people on board with that mission, with that revolution, with that reclamation of our pleasure, joy, expression, fulfillment, and mission. So as I was, again, I'm going back to the story in my shower because I'm a water person, so every time I'm immersed in water, there is stuff happening. I feel really activated and inspired. And so I had to jump out of the shower and grab my phone and quickly note, like, what are the secrets? Hello, my love. What are the secrets? What are the things that I did in order to step into my power today and to feel more confident than ever before, to feel good in my own skin? Like, I always thought that I will be good with my body image that's why I was into fitness like 10 years ago. Because I wanted my body to look a certain way in order for me to accept it. I never felt more sexy and more juicy, hello Morgan, and more juicy and more activated in my body. And I haven't lost weight, I haven't went to the gym for 10 hours. It's something else. I've never felt so strong in the expression of myself and my voice and my boundaries. No one is telling me what to do anymore. I'm doing my thing. So there's just this explosion and this orgasmic living. It's just been good in my life. And you know what? I'm still riding the waves. You know, there are still like days where I feel like crap. Yesterday I was still binge eating on chips because I was freaking out. But I never felt that good. I never felt that fulfilled and on my path. And again, it doesn't mean shit if I'm alone on this journey. So that's why today I was like, oh my God, there is a revolution coming right now. There is no more time to be wasted and people playing small and doing the usual and what I was doing for so long. And now I want to share that. And that's why, you know, that's what I do in my work. Like I guide women to step into this power through the expression of their feminine essence, in also bringing that inner divine union. You're so cute. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about cute. I'm not cute. I'm fucking powerful and beautiful. I love you though. So as you can feel, my energy is super up there. But the intention of today was to share everything that I shared on this little list when I jumped out of my shower, and I was like, I need to share those secrets. I need to remember exactly what I've done in order for me to step into under the water today and to be like, damn it, you have everything you once wanted. It's like all the boxes have been checked, and even beyond that. And I feel more powerful than I ever felt, and more confident and grounded in my being, and also more accepting of myself. I never could really accept all those aspects and use my voice and Claire, hello. I was never into that. And now it's so precious. So let me jump right in. I put a list and it's completely random. There is no order, but it's everything that came through and I want to share and I don't want to forget. So if I'm looking over there, it's because I have my list just right here. The first one that I wrote on the list is trust. There is such a big part of, you know, having all your desires and being confident and you know, healing and growing and ascending. A big part of that is to trust, because no matter what you do, at some point you're gonna have to trust that the universe has your back, that you are supported. There is also a part of trust in yourself, which goes with that inner divine Karen, hello, with that inner divine union that I was mentioning, is trusting. The second that I put on my list, because let me tell you, this list I think is the, you know, in order of how much I struggle to actually have that, but that's also my top secrets, to have everything that you desire and to create a life that is really epic and really orgasmic, and that is not only serving you so you feel extremely good. There is no other words and terms that are coming for me, but it's not good. It's like you're in love with your life, you're in love with yourself, you're grounded in your being, and like you're awakened. So the second one is humble. I wrote just humble because that's a big one for me, you guys. Like I can be such a, I don't want to call myself name and I don't know what is coming, but I can have this attitude of like, I know everything. I know better than anyone. I'm going to do it all by myself. And being humble, humility, it's such a big part that brought me from where I was, very stuck, unaligned, trying to figure things out, trying to find my purpose, trying to make money from what I love to do, really not trusting fully myself, not being so I needed to be humble, because a big part of my journey is working with other people, is hiring coach and mentors. That's the reason I am myself a coach and a mentor, is because that changed my life. Because there is no explanation of how crazy and amazing it is. And to work with someone that sees what you can't see yourself, that is really dedicated to your growth and your ascension, and that is going to take you from one point to another, that's something, you know, that would have taken you 10 fucking years. And in order to do that, I really needed to be humble, because most of the time, whether it's in my business or in my personal self-development journey, I was like, I know I don't need anyone. I can do it by myself. I can do it by myself. Why would I need someone else? And I thought, you know, why would I need someone else to tell me what to do? That's actually not what a mentor or a guide or a healer is here to do. But every time I was humble enough to ask for the things I didn't know, to ask for support, to ask for guidance, to be held. That was a big one, being held in a certain space. I'm going on with the list. One decision, it takes one decision. I wrote that because really, I think I really anchored that with my Vipassana journey and my water fast, because sometimes I was taking decision and I wanted something. Let's say for my business, I wanted to grow this business. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to help other people to find freedom and to find happiness through practices such as yoga and breath work, women's circles, coaching containers, movement, the body, healing our sexuality. I wanted to do that, but I was one foot in, one foot out. I was not really stepping into my purpose because it was all about me. I was scared. I was in my doubts. I was insecure. I was like, can I actually make it? No one taught me that I could do what I do. No one showed me the way. I had to pave that way for myself. That's where also mentors and guides really came into that journey, because I mean, if you don't have anyone in your environment that is doing what your heart desires, if you don't even have ideas what your heart desires, but you just feel like nothing is appealing enough, nothing is bringing joy, nothing is, you know, everything is creating some sort of discomfort or stress in your body, you're not happy, you're not good. That's where I was. Then I thought, you know, oh, I'm gonna work into it. So I wasn't fully 100% committed. It takes that one decision that you're gonna go and follow your dreams, whatever it is, whatever project, whatever it's a healing, a personal journey, you're gonna go towards these dreams no fucking matter what. Because at the moment where you take that decision, all it takes. I've been trying to do water fast for about 6 years. I say, oh, I really want to do it. I also tried to, you know, heal my sexual traumas and my womb space for years, thinking like, oh, you know, I'm just going to work a little bit with yoni eggs, or I've been trying to heal my relationship with money, and I've been like, oh, okay, I'm gonna read some manifestation books and try to manifest an orgasm my way through making shitloads of money. But it was like not a strong decision. But every time I took a decision and I was like, this is what I'm doing, I am committed to this path. To this path. I am committed to helping women to achieve what they desire the most. I'm helping them to get rid of those limiting beliefs that are, you know how I see it? I see like it's us like this, you know, you see the body and there is like some black dots and it's like removing everything that is on the way, removing anything that is stopping you from being your fullest expression, from actually tapping into your power. And you know it when you're fully aligned and you're good and you're grounded in your being and you're in expansion, and no matter what you do, you're going towards your dreams and you're working towards it, and you can take it on. Like bad days happens, you know, days where you don't feel aligned, but you still feel a sense of fulfillment. You still feel a sense of like, I am exactly where I need to be, even when it's fucking hard and you're crying and you're sobbing on the bathroom floor. so that one decision, it's so damn important. It's like once you decide, it's like I am doing it. I am doing it no matter what, no matter how hard it will be, no matter if I'm not supported, no matter if I struggle, no matter how much fear I have. And that's the next one on the list. Jump with your fears. That's really, really, really what it is about. I booked my tickets and I never been that scared in my life, because every time I had a big jump into the unknown like this, booking a tickets to travel somewhere, a new place to be activated, or starting something new, starting my business, there were just so much fear, so much fear, so much fear. And it's always there. If you're pushing your edges, if you're growing, if you're following something that excites you so much, they will be fears. Everything, because it's gonna push you into something you don't know, something that is not predictable for your mind. So it's shit scary, and it's okay. It's okay. It's like jump with your fear. Sometimes I felt like fear was paralyzing me and getting myself stuck, because I couldn't put myself out there. I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and I was completely like petrified, couldn't move because of the fear. And all I've got to do is like, hey, welcome fears, welcome to the show. I love you, thank you. I know you're just trying to protect me. It's beautiful, thank you so much. You're just not in charge, you're just a passenger. I am the driver. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna do it. And sometimes it's really being this force, imagine you're about to jump from a cliff in the water. And I actually had this experience when I was living in the south of France years ago, where I was on the top of that cliff to jump into the water, that big jump. And I'm so scared of heights, and I'm so scared of this kind of thing. Like I'm not doing those crazy things. That's not in my nature, I do other things for fun. But I was living this YOLO lifestyle. I was like, you only live once, I'm gonna say yes to everything, kind of yes man experience. And of course I was with a group we were a lot of international student and stuff, and they were jumping from the cliff, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I can do it. And it's like, then you arrive on the top and it seems even higher, and you're looking down and you're like, I'm not doing it. And you start overthinking it, and that's where you get paralyzed. That's where you get completely stuck, because the fear is so strong, and the fear is really powerful actually. It's not something you can just brush into the rug and be like, oh, I don't have fears, or I have fears, but let's do this anyway. Fears are really, really powerful. Fears are keeping us like stuck as hell, because also the nervous system is here to protect us. So that's just a natural way, but you need to be that person that's going to push you into the water. Thankfully no one did that. I would have killed them, and I finally jumped into the water, and I did it, and then I went back to the shore, and I was good there. But I was really happy I did it. That is just a story to say, I need to see it. I need to see the fear, and I'm like, and I try to breathe through it. Sometimes it's really hard, sometimes I get stuck, but I keep moving forward, I keep doing it. I'm like, okay, this is also where trust comes in the picture. Everything that I listed, they come together. They just really, hello my love, they're really interconnected. The next one is willingness to let go. So this is also something really difficult, and that's why most people, they don't have the dream life that they hope one day they will have, is because you must be okay with letting go. And it's not an easy process. It's not just like, I'm letting go and this is easy, at least not in my experience, not for me. I had to let go of a relationship. This heartbreak, this breakup was so hard. It broke me into millions of pieces. I've spent months thinking about my ex, crying over my ex, just being scattered in, like I felt like, having like the worst thoughts. I had times where I wanted to die. I didn't want to be alive anymore. That is how, like, that has been the hardest journey, and still to that day I don't understand it. I don't understand why this relationship was harder to grieve, why I really struggled to let this relationship go, even though I did know that it was not the best for me. But there is stuff that I had to let go, not just my ex, of course, I had stories about myself, stories about the world, stories about what was possible, stories about what was appropriate, stories about like the way I look, the way, my place in the world, what I'm capable of. I needed to let go all of that. I also had to let go of people and relationships that were not serving me. I had to let go of so many things. And this process is not an easy one. We need to go out of this paradigm of like, oh, it's just letting go, it's easy. Let's not be fooled by that. It is not an easy process. Usually it's painful. Sometimes we have to let go way before we see how this is leading us to our purpose. Trust, again, is coming into the picture here. The next one is, I wrote, if you don't like something, do something about it. Because, and I've been there, babes. I've been there so much. But there's this thing where, people are just crying. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry. You know what? I'm really triggered and pissed off. And now I'm using my voice to call out all those people, because I know my dear sisters and all my clients, they're moving mountains. They're doing the work. They're going in the traumas. They're looking within. They're investing in themselves. They're learning. They're being humble. They're trusting. They're doing all of those things while other people are just crying and complaining. And I've been there, so there is no judgments. But at the same time, it's like, if you don't like something in your life, fucking do something about it, because it's not gonna just go away because of something changing and falling onto your laps. It is not how it works. It requires action. It requires to step into that creative force. We have the ability to create anything we desire. We just need to put our minds to it and actually act on that, not just dream about it in our heads, because this makes no shit happen. Nothing is happening in our heads, and yeah, maybe one day I will have that. Maybe one day I will be a millionaire. Maybe one day I will be helping tons of people out there. Maybe one day I will be confident. Like, this maybe one day, like, just as I was saying, with those little limiting stories and stuff that are, in the way of being your full expression, like, it needs to go. It needs to go away. We have no more room, no more space for this, like, oh my God, my life is terrible and I don't have this, and oh my God, victimhood. Over, no more victimhood. And I'm getting really triggered about that, because that's a big one. That's a big trigger for me. Sometimes I get into that. I'm like, oh, nothing is working right now in my business, and I don't have what I want, and this is, and I cannot express myself, and I cannot do this, and I'm just in that inner process, inner complaining, inner victim. I'm like, oh, poor me, nothing is working. Do something about it. As soon as I start acting, even the smallest, like, one step at the time, that should be on the list. I'm adding it right now. One step at the time. When you feel like you have a mountain to climb, just start with the first step, just one step at the time. It's so duh, but usually we get self-sabotage, because you're like, I want to start my business, and I want to travel to the other side of the world, and I want this really huge, beautiful villa, and I want to be on stage one day, and I want to write a book, and I want to do this. And then we are crying like, oh, this isn't happening for me. Poor me, like, no one, whatever. Hoping for someone to save us when we are actually the only ones that can save us and save ourselves. I cannot talk. I'm way too excited. Sometimes I'm really grounded. Sometimes I'm really silly. And today I am really passionate. So I'm almost like, I hope you're following, and I hope it's not too annoying for you. But The next one on the list is learn. Bring like this beginner mindset. This is, oh, my butt hurts on this chair. It's really not comfy. It's really beautiful, but uncomfortable. Okay. I'm trying to make this second half of this life a little bit more grounded, a little bit more breathing. I was just listening to music and I was like, I don't want to forget and I want to share that because there are the things that really made it happen for me. Learn. I never stop learning. I'm always investing in myself and in my learning and in my education. I always learn something new every single day. There is no one day that goes by where I don't learn something. That's why I'm part of women's circles. I'm part of certifications and training programs. I'm reading books. I'm listening to podcasts about subjects that I'm really passionate about. Sometimes even about subjects that has nothing to do with my work or what I do, what I share. But I'm always learning something. I have this beginner mind of like, and it goes with like being humble again. It's like really, cause that's a big one. That was a big one for me. It's like, there's a lot that I don't know, and being teachable. I saw that not long ago. My mentor sent that to the group. The other one is confidence. Oh, one step at a time. That was actually on the list. The next one is confidence. I never felt that confident in my life. And to be honest, it's not because I worked to be confident. It's because it came as a byproduct of me stepping into my purpose, of me doing things that scares me, and knowing that I can trust myself, knowing that no matter how scary things are, I can do hard things. I love that about Glennon Doyle, and we can do hard things. This is so true. Like Untamed, if you want the reference of the book, this is one of the most amazing books I've read. So confidence comes from stepping into you and your essence. And for me, it was really like, oh, I don't need to be like this person. I don't need confidence to look a certain way. Confidence came from also my sexual liberation. That was a big piece of my confidence, because when you're connected to your womb space, to your yoni, your pussy power, there is something so magnetic about you, about your life force energy, because the sexual energy is just life force energy, right? So the more you increase this life force energy, the more confident you feel, because you have more energy, you're more attuned to what's alive within you. You're not trying to compare, or you don't feel that much jealous about other people, and you know what is true to you. You start to feel this power from within, this power that comes from knowing yourself and actually knowing yourself. You know what I mean? Not bullshitting yourself, because I've been bullshitting myself a lot in the past, a lot, and I see it and I still do it sometimes. You know what? I'm still like, it's a journey. It's never ending. It's not because I teach that, it's not because I do that like as my work that I have everything figured out. But I woke up this morning, went into my shower, and after an amazing Kundalini practice and yoni practice and breathing practice, and I had a full body orgasm just from dancing, because I completely let the universe go through me. I was not in control with the mind. I was just in my body. I had like some shamanic drums very loud, and I was just like into this trance, into this altered state. And I'm like, I didn't know that was even possible. Like, can I just orgasm from life? Can I orgasm from dancing and just surrendering completely? That is the most amazing thing. That is really the most amazing thing. Inner work first. So every time I was trying to fix something on the outside, let's say in my business, because my business is also very connected to my spiritual growth and my personal growth, because the more I grow, the more I can show up, and vice versa. The more I step into my leadership, the more I do the things that I want to do, the more I learn about my business, the more I grow in my business, the more it brings things to the surface to be alchemized and to be, entrepreneurship is hell of a journey. I love it with every piece of my soul, with every cell in my body. I love it so much, but and it's a very, very intense journey. Practices. It comes with finding support. So I found a lot of support in mentors and coach and trainings and being into programs. And as I said, there is always an investment going on. I'm always getting support from healers, mentors, from women gathering together, mastermind groups, connecting with people that are, that have the type of life that I want, or that are showing up in the way that is really inspiring for me, because that's also how I want to show up. There's also values and stuff. I just want to make a quick parenthesis here. I had this thought about how to choose who you want to work with, because I had very bad coaching experience in the very beginning, because you're also going in mentorship and coaching, maybe you don't have that full hello love, that full confidence. So sometimes if people have a very good marketing strategy, they will get you into their programs and stuff, and they will just use your pain points. That actually get me so sick, because this is really not how I roll. I want people to feel activated and empowered. I don't want to press onto their pain points. I want that we embrace the pain points, sure, but also, hey girl, see your power, see what is possible for you. That's my approach. So how to choose to work with someone, I would suggest really going with your guts and going with your hearts, because not with the mind, and not because someone has is buying all the Gucci bags. That's something that is coming in the field a lot, the Gucci bag coach. I hear it everywhere at the moment. But someone that stands for the same values, someone that you see and you're like, there is something about this person. Doesn't mean you need to want the exact same life, or that you want to be the same person, because you will never, first of all. And then just someone that activates something in you. There's also this saying of choose someone that triggers you. I don't know. Maybe triggering in a good way, but if it's just someone that is going to trigger your nervous system because you just want to be pushed, I don't think it's healthy. That's just my own opinion. But always follow what your intuition knows who is right for you and who can give you some codes for your expansion. Also, trying to bring someone that doesn't put any hierarchy, so you're on the very same level as your mentor. When I work with my awakened goddess at the moment, I don't think I'm above them or they're above me or whatever. We are in the very same space. We're growing together. We just have different codes and different activations, and we are working together. That is really, really important. And then I wrote healing money. Hello. I wrote healing money, sex, and childhood traumas, because to me that's really the three areas that allowed me to get to the point where I am today. Was when I was, hello my love, where I can sincerely say that I have everything that I had on my dream list. I don't even know what else I can have, because this is it. I'm traveling, I'm going to explore a new place, and I have big projects in mind, and everything is happening. I checked all the boxes. I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. Gratitude is the big one. But what allowed me to really be where I am today is that ability to go and heal that. I needed big time to heal my relationship with money, because if you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're not an entrepreneur, we grew up, we were brought in a society, except if you were born in a conscious community and you've been lucky enough. But if not, if you were just born in this matrix society, chances are that you have scarcity thing with your relationship with money that might not be aligned with your soul. sexuality 100%, like 100%, a lot of sexual trauma from generation and generation, from the way we see and look and shame and guilt sex, especially us women or people identifying as a woman. Even, you know, with sexuality, sexual orientation, that has been a journey for myself too, and I'm so fucking blessed that I came out in a world that is that open now, that there is a lot of healing to do around that. In childhood traumas, like, this is where we have all of our insecurities and doubts and fears, and you know, when I was saying I have everything checked on my list and I'm the most happy I never fucking been, it's because it's true. Like, my relationship with my parents have never been that amazing, and you know, I left my house as soon as I could when I was younger. I was always going further and further away from home because I couldn't stand to be with people that didn't understand me, that didn't, like, I had so much resentment, so much sadness, so much grief, so much anger, so much fear, so much things passed down to me from, you know, my parents, and the way they show up in their lives and what they believe in and their values that are radically different from mine. And I spent, soon it's gonna be 1 year that I'm here, because it was really not expected. Thank you, the breakup, but it allowed me to heal all those childhood traumas so deeply, and I'm in a place of, like, I'm gonna fucking miss them. That's the first time, you know. Okay, the last two things that I wrote down, and then I'm gonna stop here. When something is not quite right, something has to change. So that goes back to, like, if you don't like something, fucking do something about it. It's like, when you're in your life and you're not fulfilled and you feel stuck and you feel like something is not functioning well, maybe it's your relationship, maybe you're in a partnership with someone and you feel like it's great, it's enough, but I'm not bursting out of, you know, I'm not having this orgasmic life. There is something to change. If you're not fulfilled in your mission, in your work, there is something to change. You cannot sit down and hope that things will change by themselves just with time. Time heals a lot if we use it correctly. I'm gonna repeat that. That was strong. Time, I don't remember what I said. Yeah, time heals if we really do something with our time. You know, if we use it correctly. And so again, with implementing everything that I shared, and you don't need people to understand you. So you both need people to understand you and support you, and you don't need people that you already have in your life to understand what you're doing and what is your calling and what is your mission and what you're doing. I think this is also a very, very difficult thing for a lot of people. It's like, we are so conditioned to something when the mind doesn't have any expander, when your mind cannot even see or picture what is possible for you too, when you're putting other people that have kind of the life you want on a pedestal and you think it's so far away from you, and that all the people you're surrounded with, your family, your friends, your peers, your co-workers, anyone, hello my love, anyone, when they are around you and they don't understand you, it's very draining because you don't have anyone to hold the vision with you, to hold that. So that's why I said, find your tribe. And the way you find your tribe, that's also a piece that I want to add. There is just so much, that's why I coach people, that's why I mentor people. It's because I cannot give all the secrets in one life, because it's a lifetime journey. It's a lifetime journey to actually get to the point where you look at your life and you're like, I have the best life. I have everything that I ever wanted. I'm so good. Thank you. I'm so aligned with my mission. I'm so, for a second, your mind stopped to look at the future and think, when this, then I will have that. And you're just like, holy shit, like I have everything and even more. And you remind you remember your youngest self and you're like, this is more than what I was wishing for back then. And so if people don't get you, if people don't get your mission, if people don't get, like the way you think about money, the way you think about sexuality, the way you think about life in general, about freedom, it's okay. It's okay. That was a big one for me. Not looking for external validation anymore, but just really stepping into like, oh, I can validate myself. And just because I feel and believe that this is legit enough, this is good, validated, good. So yeah, that was a very, 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 very fucking exciting live, because I wanted to share that, because I couldn't be more grateful for the life that I have today, for the person that I am today. I'm feeling stronger than I ever felt in my life, because I'm giving myself a break too, I'm playing with different archetypes. I'm not taking myself so seriously, and at the same time I'm taking myself so fucking seriously. And again, I'm gonna close this live with going back to that mission. We are on a revolution of reclaiming our power, the power of our bodies. Like, our bodies is ours, it's our temple. It is so important when we tapped into it. And let me finish this live actually with some practices that are actually done, because I know I talked about a lot of concept, because it is also part of, like, having a lot of concepts, and that is so true. This is everything I've done to get to the point of waking up this morning and having this full body orgasm and being like, my life is amazing and I love my life and I love myself, and there is nothing more that I wish I had. So yeah, first piece is the body, connecting with our bodies. The body hold the wisdom, hold the power. Everything is within. Hi beauty, hi love. So the nervous system is in the body. So give yourself a touch. Start touching yourself. Start getting comfortable with your body. Don't wait that your body, that you look a certain way for accepting yourself. This is a big work. It is not an easy one, but connecting to your body in many different ways. For me, it was yoga a lot. It is still yoga. I practice every day, whether it's Kundalini or Vinyasa or Yin yoga. I do all kind of yoga. Dancing is the big one. Dancing is one of my favorite practice, because I had my full body orgasm today just from dancing, just from letting the energies, letting the drums, just feeling and seeing, not seeing with my eyes, but seeing. I hope you get what I mean. Hello, Domi. Letting that energy just flow through my body, and removing myself from that, and letting my body express and feel. Also, all this yoga work, all this yoga work helped me so much to get that connection with my body, to actually accept myself. So there is the body image part, and there is the feeling in the body, reconnecting. For that also, reconnecting with my sexuality was a big one. So that's why I'm like, in this revolution, the reclamation is also around our sexual energy, our sexual expression, our sensual expression, because sensuality and sexuality is so normal and natural. It is sacred, it is beautiful, it is a practice that connects us with spirit. This is a spiritual practice. This is a practice of union with yourself and with God and with the divine within you. It is so powerful. It can unlock so much healing, so much power, so much confidence. And for that, I love my practice of yoni puja, yoni egg practices. I'm going to share more about this on my page, because I was like, duh, this is common knowledge. And then I realized, talking to people, like, no, it isn't. Connecting with pleasure, allowing ourselves to receive pleasure, allowing ourselves to, okay, I feel like there is something on me. Anyway, reclamation of our voice and our expression. So to me, expression means being creative, being expressed in the world. So maybe it's through a business, a mission, something you're expressing, your unique footprints, your unique blueprints, in the outside, and it's being expressed in my voice. Like, this life is so easy, you know, I'm so excited, I'm happy to be on camera. Now I can, you know, be out and lead a group of women. But there were a time in my life I was not even able to express, like if I felt pain somewhere in my body, I couldn't voice it, I couldn't express it, I couldn't even say thank you. Like I was just for years completely stuck in my expression, in my throat chakra. I couldn't really communicate my needs, my desires, even in relationship. Everything was complicated. I struggled to tell the truth. I was not lying, but I was not saying the things that I felt. So bringing more awareness into everything and more acceptance to that. The other piece is wealth, reclamation of wealth. This is part of the mission. This is part of the revolution. Like, this is finito. This is finished. You know, the story of like the broke healer and like money is the root of all evil. Like, this is over. More money, more impact. The more money we bring in the hand of good people, the more good there is in the world, because it brings more means to do more things, and we create the world that we want to see. So reclaiming we deserve to have access to resources. We deserve to make shitloads of money, because why not if we want it? It doesn't mean we're greedy. It doesn't mean anything. It means we can buy pieces of land and grow our own food and create communities. It means we can support local communities more. It means we can buy, you know, we have more ability to buy ethically. It's like ethical, like good, just, you know, to the right people that, you know, whatever. It means you invest more in yourself. It means you're serving more the world. It means you're participating more. So reclaiming our power, reclaiming our relationship to money, wealth, and riches. And yeah, the last part, what it is, it's sisterhood. I cannot finish this live without talking about sisterhood. That's why I'm passionate about women's circles. That's why I organize women's circle all the times, because when you step into that place where you can fully be 100% yourself and you have unconditional love and support, there is just no way I can describe it with words. I'm actually very frustrated around here because it's an experience. Until you have done that, until you have, like, 3 days ago on Sunday, we did a breathwork session. I was actually in another community held by my beautiful sister Yana. She's incredible, and she did this womb healing breathwork. That is the most beautiful breathwork I ever experienced. It brought so much trauma that I had stored in my womb space, and I cried so much, and I couldn't wait the end to be held by the group. And I used to be so freaking shy, and me crying in front of other people that I don't know, no fucking way. And especially during this month, it was about feminine embodiment, so I was a guest expert the week prior to that. So, you know, there is again this part of myself. I talked about being humble, but, you know, I've been a teacher, you know, I've been the guest expert, I've been the one holding space and guiding. And the next week, I was the one who needed the most to be held, because I was sobbing and I was opening about deep-rooted pain from my abortion, pain from, you know, all the like all the things that, you know, I cannot even voice it. And because I was held with so much love, there is no more armor, there is no more, you know, we present an avatar sometimes to people we don't know, like, oh, this is who I am, just talk to that, don't get to my heart. And when you broke that and you come into circles, first of all, we share knowledge. And when we get knowledge about our bodies, our sexual life, about you know, herbs and plants and our connection to the earth, that's actually rituals of, like, witches, you know, it's reclaiming that. Part of my mission, part of this revolution that I'm inviting everyone to be part of, is reclaiming everything. Our body's voice expression, but also reclaiming the witches. Like, witches is loaded with a lot of things. Those wise women that were connected to the earth and to plants and to medicine and to practices and to knowledge of our body, to knowledge about, you know, how how we bring babies into this world, how we can use our cycle and the moon and our connection to the moon and all of that, the body, the alchemy of the body and all of that. There's also reclamation of the sacred slut. That was part of my journey, big time, like big time. I was called the whore, the slut, whatever. Got this like very dirty reputation because I was very sexual, I was very sensual. And there is a reclamation into that, into like, what? I'm doing whatever I want with my body. What is wrong with that? Even though my life has changed a lot and now I've been on that spiritual awakening and spiritual journey, it's like a reclaiming that. So there is no more shame, there is no more guilt, there is no more like, oh, I need to keep myself small and quiet and tiny and hide and not do the things because I'm afraid and because like people are gonna judge me, but like stepping into our power. Stepping into our power. When you enter the room, you're the one that influences the room. You're the one showing the way. You're the one doing the work to invite people. You're the one being vulnerable. You're the one being silly and doing weird stuff because you want to invite people in your journey, because you want them to come on board and be like, hey, let's come together. Let's fucking do this. I think that's it. So now it's the moment where I invite you into my world. I invite you into that journey, into that mission. If you want to experience that for yourself, if you're like, I really love to accompany, to guide and support people in their journeys, especially when they are like in transition. In transition can mean anything. Basically, it's like you can feel that there is an old version of you that is ready to die and there is a new one that is ready to be born. So it can be after something quite dramatic like a breakup, a divorce, losing your job, changing jobs, or it can be also because you're starting a new journey, because you decide to commit to yourself and to stick to your spiritual path and your evolution, and you are curious to explore those parts of yourself and you want to learn with someone, you want someone to hold you in that journey. And so if that's the case, I have 2 spots for one-on-one coaching. So it's a very high-end, very, very private, very, I don't know how to call it, but very proximity based. I don't know how you say that, but a close experience we have together. First of all, you also have access to all my other events, public events and everything when you work one-on-one with me. But also you get that special attention, that special support to take you to like tick all the boxes, to free yourself, to find this divine union between you, between the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine, to reclaim your power, to feel good in your own skin, to basically have everything that I mentioned. I'm the best example of my work. I can talk about my clients that are doing fucking amazing, but I'm the living, breathing example that I can provide to show you like, oh, this work is everything. This work is everything, because this is that deep reclamation. So if you want to be part of that, DM me. I'm closing those spots really, really soon. Hello, Budgie Insta. I'm sending you so much love. There is also a lot of things happening right now, and I think I'm gonna touch on that just before I finish this live. So the women's circles online are gonna shift to a membership. So it's gonna be monthly women's circles plus another gathering with it's gonna be more of a master class. So this is happening. This is huge. The podcast is growing as fuck. I'm having beautiful guests. If you haven't tuned into the podcast, go ahead. Full Circle with Lika. Cosmic Burp. This is the place where sometimes I just plug in and teach. There is a lot of things there, a lot of resources, and the guest experts are just like this. They are so inspiring. And even for me, I'm interviewing them and I'm feeling so activated. So I know that anyone listening will take home everything that they need. There is the one-on-one coaching with me, and you can also always book your Reiki healing session with me to work on your energetic levels, like your channels and everything, just like this healing in terms of energy. Last piece, work holistically. I forgot to mention that, but you cannot work just with the body and just do yoga. It's not going to take you to places. You cannot work just on your mindset and do some journaling prompts, or go to a therapist and talk about the things and work with the mind. You cannot work just with the energetics and do 200 million Reiki session. To me, it has to be on all those levels. That's the only way we can actually heal those past wounds and move away from those limitations, because the whole system needs to be on board. So work holistically. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for being with me. I'm so happy for today. I was really excited. I feel like I've been talking for an hour. Probably it's what happened, but I delivered everything that I've done, because I'm like, this life is so good. I'm having everything I desire. I am really empowered. I'm really great, and I cannot just have it for myself. It's not fair. I need to bring people into that journey, into that mission as well. So if that resonated, contact me. We can work together and take you to amazing places.